Good morning. I'm Madeline from Sheen Slings and I'm going live today to talk about the top 3 reasons your baby carrier might be giving you back pain. So I work with clients all the time and these are the top 3 things, the top 3 culprits on why your carrier might be giving you some back pain. So number 1 is the waistband, specifically the waistband positioning. Now you will notice my waistband is really rather high and parallel to the ground. Specifically really rather high. Most parents don't realise just quite how high you need the waistband. I have mine on my true waist, and by having it on my true waist and nice and snug on my true waist, it's able to put the weight onto my hips. It's able to get a really good purchase on my body and put all the weight onto my hips. If I had this waistband much lower, and as is often the instinct, you sort of think, oh well, I want the weight on my hips, so I'll put the waistband on my hips. So if I loosen this up and put this much lower, you can see what happens is now it's not able to get as good grip on my body, and it's just not able to get as good purchase on my body, and the result is rather than feeling the weight in my hips now I feel it in my shoulders, and it's starting to pull me over and it's not as comfortable. You can also see what it's done to my baby. You can see how my baby's back has flattened out and they're starting to disappear within the carrier. So it's not as comfortable or as ideal for them either. So my first tip, if you are getting pain with your baby carrier, is to rise up this waistband, bring it back to your true waist and get it nice and snug and parallel to the ground. Now, why am I saying parallel to the ground? Well, if this is a little bit loose and a baby's weight is going to tip it, and you can see while I'm still on my waist and still high, my waistband is now tipped, and as it's tipped, baby's weight is going to start to bring my pelvis over, which is going to hollow out my back and again cause me pain. So nice and high, nice and tight and parallel to the ground. So number 2 is the straps, and the straps being too loose. This is counterintuitive because often when something is giving you pain or feeling like it's rubbing, you think, oh, it must be too tight, so I will tighten it up. I will loosen it off so that it won't rub. But when your straps are too loose, like mine are at the moment, what happens is baby pulls away from you and pulls forward. And that causes the carrier, as baby's weight pulls away from you, causes the carrier to pull over your shoulders and causes that rubbing and causes that hunching of your back, and again can cause you pain, either in the lower back or in the upper back, just depending on you. So my second tip is to check the tightness of your straps, and if there is anything loose, tighten it up. And that brings me really nicely onto the third culprit, and this is the biggest culprit of the 3, and that is how you tighten. And the reason for this is how you tighten a lot of carriers, and again this will depend a bit on which carrier you have, but how you tighten a lot of carriers isn't actually obvious. So if I'd never used a carrier before, the way I would tighten it up would be to simply pull the strap. Now, I don't know if you saw that, I'll do it again. Watch my baby's back. Yep, it just squashed my baby next to me, but look, it didn't tighten up at all for me. It's still too loose, baby's still pulling forwards, and it's still going to rub and it's still going to cause me back pain. That is because, unfortunately, just pulling the strap is not the most effective way to tighten the strap. What I need to do is to move anything loose over my back towards the buckle. And the reason for this is there's just loads of friction over my back. I have my straps in crossed, but everything I'm talking about is exactly the same if you have it in H or rucksack style. There's just too much friction across my back, and baby's gravity is pulling downwards. Just pulling the straps will not tighten them. So the first thing I need to do is support baby's weight. Then I need to move anything loose over my shoulder, and I need to physically pull it out here. And this is the step people always miss. I need to literally move all that looseness. So now you can see this is nice and tight and flush. All the looseness is right here. And now it's here. Now I can pull it out. And I can repeat that if I need to, and I can pull it out. And let's do it on the other side. So I'm supporting my baby's weight, and I move, and that's really key. That's the other step parents often miss, is if you're not supporting baby's weight, your wrists aren't strong enough to counteract baby's gravity in the sling. So you can see this is really loose. I am going to literally go onto my armpit and pull it out. You can really see I've got to like yank it like a bath towel, bath towel it across my back, just give it a good yanking out. Let's move baby's arm up here. Good yanking out, and then once it's all here, now I can tighten it. And you can watch, I don't squash baby's back at all. I literally just get all that nice snugness out. And there you go. Waistband's tight, waistband's high and tight, shoulders are snugged up, and everything has been moved around. So there are my top 3 reasons your carrier might be giving you back pain and how to fix them. Hope that was helpful. Bye.